What the fuck is up? All right, so here we is, finally here. Halloween ends. We got, so it's Wednesday. I want to see the movie on Thursday night, Thursday evening. Movie officially comes out Friday, but obviously, shit comes out on Thursday nights now. And that's just been the way. I don't know, why don't they just say Thursday? Why do they list the date as a Friday when they know the movie comes out like on Thursday nights anyway? But anyway, it'll be on Peacock on Friday though, so there's that. But I want to see the movie Thursday night. Got my motherfucking ticket with the popcorn, pre-ordered. Ordered my shit last week. Going to see it tomorrow night. The premiere was last night on Tuesday. I don't know. It was like I don't know if it was a film festival or like a special showing. I don't know what it was. Obviously, people have already seen the movie. Reactions are coming out. I told myself I wasn't going to see it, look at any reactions or reviews, and I haven't watched any like official reviews on YouTube or read any official reviews anywhere else on Google or internet. But I have seen like some reactions off Twitter that luckily weren't really spoilery. Like on one YouTube video, most of the reactions seemed mostly negative. But on another video, most of the reactions seemed positive. So I mean, obviously, it's divisive. Whatever happens in this movie is divisive. Some people fuck with it. Some people do not fuck with it. One thing they do all say, I've heard the movie is the kills are good. Somebody said that there's like the kills are even better than Halloween kills. So I'm looking forward to seeing that shit, seeing if that's really true or not. I've heard good things about the fight between Laurie and Michael. That the fight go hard. The main thing that seems to be like divisive, obviously, is the main thing that we've been told by David Gordon Green, James Jude Courtney, John Carpenter. Everybody has been saying, the cast and crew have been saying, the movie is weird. The movie is different. It is not like any other Halloween movie. Someone said it doesn't feel like a Halloween movie. And I'm thinking that what he's like doing is, it's obviously experimental for Halloween franchise. I don't want to go as far as say it's art house because I'm not even 100% sure enough. I'm not no expert on what art house even is. I'm still like having to get into that world, but I don't want to go as far as say it's art house. Because even the trailer definitely doesn't look like it's art house or anything like that. But like I said, everyone said it's weird. The cast and crew, people coming out, I've seen it last night. The reactions are saying it's weird, it's different. Some people like whatever is weird or different about it. Some people are liking it, some people are not liking it. I saw like a thumbnail on somebody's video was like that the marketing is misleading, which is already already something I had been considering and thinking was probably the case. Because if anything, the marketing, the trailers and pictures that we've gotten, have honestly confused me. Which is why I was saying I haven't really felt spoiled by anything, because if anything, it's confused me more than answered questions. Like I feel like I have way more questions after seeing the trailers and pictures than I have answers, and I don't feel like I have any answers. So, another thing I've heard is there's a lot of shit going on, and at first I heard that this movie was gonna be 120 minutes, exactly 2 hours, but apparently it's not. It's an hour 51 minutes, which is anywhere from like an extra 8, like an extra 7 to 10 minutes longer than Halloween Kills and Halloween 2018 were. So I'm not really sure what exactly how they needed an extra 10 minutes for. So I'm pretty sure those other two were an hour and 40 minutes, and this one's an hour 51. So I don't know what they needed the extra 10 minutes for. If that's that specifically for the plot. I wish it was an extra. I wish it was an extra. I mean, it was exactly 120. Because that would tell me that there's like they knew you needing extra time to do whatever they're gonna fucking do with the twist, which I mean doesn't have to be a long drawn out twist. It can be like a quick, because it doesn't. There's some type of twist. There's some type of twist. There's some type of surprise. It has not been spoiled. I'm assuming hasn't been spoiled or hinted to in the trailers. Hasn't been hinted to in the pictures. You see it. You get to the end, and something fucking happens, and you're like, huh? Like some people say they left the theater satisfied. Some people say they left the theater just like, what the fuck was that? So I'm excited. I'm trying not to let myself get too excited or get too hyped, because I've already been let down by one movie this year that I was waiting on for years to come out. And I've been sitting there waiting for, she got delayed because of the pandemic. So that sequence of Dumbledore, Fantastic Beasts, let me down in March. Was it April? Was it March, April? Shit, was it? Was it May? Oh, in the spring, sequence of Dumbledore let me down for real. I think it was April. But anyway, so, and I waited years for that movie to come out since like 2018. Yeah, since 2018. So I waited 3 years for that movie to come out and let a nigga down. Damn near 4 years. No, yeah, about 3.5 years. And then let a nigga down. And his Halloween Ends was supposed to come out last year, but pandemic pushed it back. And obviously we seen Halloween 2018 in 2018. So really you're waiting 4 years for this movie to come out, because they told us pretty much off the rip that we was getting this movie. So we really been waiting like 4 years for the movie to come out. Now it's finally here. And I'm ready to just get into it, see how it turns out. Try not to get my hopes too high. But it is encouraging that at least I seen that second video with the reactions where their reactions were more positive. Like, so obviously it's gonna be either you like twist or you don't. Either you like what happens between Laurie and Michael or you don't. Which I haven't. No one's really said it like the fight's bad. Everybody said that the fight go hard, as far as I can tell. It's just like, how do you feel about whatever the twist is? Where everybody is by the end of the movie. By the time you walking out the theater, how are you gonna feel about who lived, who died, whatever twist is revealed. So let's get into some predictions. Final predictions before I go see the movie tomorrow. My number one prediction, Laurie dying. Number one prediction, Laurie Strode fucking dies. I swear she's dying, bro. No matter what happens, even if Michael dies, even if Corey dies, even if Allison, no matter what, Laurie is dying. Oh, my mom, nigga. And here's why I say that. Like, there's no reason for her to stay alive. If they really want this to be Jamie Lee Curtis' last movie, she wants this to be her last movie. Why would she live by the end of this movie? Why does she need to go out on top? That's my main thing. There's no reason for her to go out. Even if we don't get any more direct sequels to this timeline, and the next movies that come out years from now are going to be following a different timeline, whether they pick up from 5 or they pick up from 4 or 6 or 8 or whatever they pick up from. It's like, if this is the last one, this really is, Jamie Lee Curtis's last movie, and this is potentially Blumhouse's last movie in this timeline, why would Lori go out on top? That's my thing. She was never, like, if one of them has to die, if one of them is definitely, if at least one of them, so I think it's possible that they both die, but if at least one of them is going to die, I'm like, there's no way that it should be him instead of her. She should die if it's gotta be one of them. Because, like I said, this is her last movie. I don't see any reason for her to need to go out on top if she's never going back for another one. Maybe it's the pro wrestler fan in me. But in wrestling, when you leave, you go out on the bottom. You go out putting somebody else over. If she's leaving, she should let the character die. Like, she doesn't need, I don't feel like, whether it's like an ego thing for her, I'm not gonna like say like it'd be her, because at the end of the day, it's David Gordon Green movie, and Danny McBride, and they had a couple other writers on this one. But I'm pretty sure that David Gordon Green probably decided the ending. So if she does live, it would be his decision. But I'm like, I don't see why she needs to live, or why would the story even make sense for her to live. I feel like the story that makes the most sense when you take into account 78, 2018 kills to now, I feel like the story that makes the most sense is her dying. I just think that makes the most sense to me. I don't think it's just, I mean, depending on like, what are you going for? When if you're going for, that you can't kill the boogeyman. Michael transcends, if you're going for all this different thing, Michael, infecting the town, infecting Lori with his evilness. That's been like some of the theme, like really the main theme we're playing through the last two, as being, Michael infecting Lori and then the entire town, Allison, Karen, with his evilness. And I'm like, unless she lives, but she's just going crazy by the end of the movie. And like the last shot is pretty much like the same thing as Rob Zombie's H2, where the last shot of that movie is Lori, in the theatrical cut. Because I know there's like a second cut where she dies, but in the theatrical cut, the last shot of the movie is Lori in an insane asylum, looking crazy as hell. She's like accepted that this craziness is a part of her. Michael is her brother, and this crazy evilness is a part of her. And even though in this timeline he's not her brother, that I can see that being like the case. Like he kills, whether Lori or no matter who kills Corey gets killed. Michael kills Allison, and then Lori kills Michael, and it's like some gruesome ass shit, and she just like loses her fucking mind, and like the end of the movie is her staring out a window in an insane asylum or something. I can see that happening, but like I said, I think my prediction is that she dying, and that's what I want to see, and that's what I think is gonna happen. And I'm not even gonna sit there and try to. I think that's the only prediction I want to make. I don't really want to make any prediction about Allison living or dying, because I almost don't care. Because I think the main thing is just what happens to Lori, and really what the fuck happens to Michael. Does Michael die? Do we see his face? Does he talk? Does I think that's the main That's really the main thing. We going to go see this movie. We gonna go see some kills. We gonna go see Michael or Corey or either both. Well, either way, Michael. Even if Corey gets some kills, we know Michael finna do some killing too. So we going there to go see Michael kill people. We want to see, and we want to see what is going on with Michael by the end of the movie. Secondary, what is going on with Laurie by the end of the movie, and every other character is pretty much like secondary. Really tertiary. We want to see what happens with Michael, what happens with Laurie, and then everybody else is tertiary. I'm interested to see what happens with them, but I don't care enough to make predictions. Yeah. Yeah, so now I predicted what I think happens to Laurie. I think she dies. Michael, motherfucker. Because I think whatever happens to Michael, doesn't it almost kind of tie in with whatever happens to the rest of everybody else too? It's like, yeah, Laurie can die, but it's like, well, everybody else, would it be like, if Michael lives, does that mean everybody else dies too? Or does Michael die, but Allison is alive, but everyone else is dead? I think, fucking hell. All right, because I'm also trying to think what the fuck would the twist be, or what would be a surprise that has people leaving the theater like, what the fuck was that? And what would have people thinking like, the weird, is he gonna be people making jokes about are Michael and Rory gonna have sex, or is he gonna speak to her? Because obviously we see the part in the trailer where looks like she has him nailed down somehow, and she takes his mask off. Is he gonna say something to her before he kills her, before she kill him? And what the fuck would the twist be? I think the only thing I could think, because him killing her isn't a twist. Her killing him isn't a twist. It's not a twist. Well, you've seen both things happen before. You've seen him kill her, and we saw him kill her in Halloween Resurrection. We saw her kill him in H2O. And regardless of whether or not it was always intended to be another movie, or if that was intended to be the real ending, whatever happens, when we saw the movie, to us, she cut his head off. She killed him. So we've seen her kill him. We've seen him kill her. So neither one of those would be like I wouldn't classify either one of those as a twist. So I say, and obviously whatever the twist is, whatever the surprise of the twist is, it most likely it concerns Michael. Whether or not it concerns Laurie, it concerns Michael. What effect that would have on whether or not he lives, it might have some effect on whether or not he lives, whatever the surprise is. Because I'm thinking the surprise would be like, a surprise or twist has to be like us finding out something we didn't expect or didn't know. Like I said, him dying or her dying isn't a twist. It's just, we already know at least one of them most likely is gonna die, if not both of them. So that's not a twist or a surprise. The surprise is you finding out which one lives or dies, but that's not a twist, I should say. A twist is like is us finding out something shocking that we would not expect at all. So say, what would be a weird twist? And I'm like, fuck. Shit. I say they both die. I'm saying he dying too. Alright, so Laurie already said she gonna die. He gonna kill her ass. He dying too. Whatever the twist is, whatever the surprise is, it leads to him dying. Whether it's them finding out what actually powers him and them being able to kill him with that information, or like Loomis come back to life or some shit like that, he kill him. He is killed by like the ghost of Loomis or the zombie of Loomis, or what Michael's parents, one or both of them, come in the movie, not a zombie, I mean like alive. Because people don't realize Michael's parents are like, they wouldn't be like 200 years old. He's 65 in this movie. Michael is 65. He was born October 19th, 1957. In this movie, he will be 65 years old. In 1978, he was 21. When he killed his sister, he was 6. So he would be 65 years old. His parents could be alive. His parents could be like 95 or even like early 90s, depending on when they had him. Because they don't look, like looking at the movie, because if Judith is like 16, 17, if Judith has him like by 10 years, let's say they had Judith when they was like 25. And they had Michael when they was 35. Or 30. Let's say they had Michael when they was like 31, 32. He's 65. So they would be like in their mid-90s, mid to late 90s, which means, yeah, like, well, it's possible they could be alive. At least one of his parents could be alive. I think that is a possibility that at least one of his parents shows up. And, like, that ends up being the key to kill his ass. Because remember what they said, he just wants to go home. And so, like, whether that has something to do with his parents, he just goes home, stares out the window. So I'm thinking, and keep in mind, after he killed Judith, he didn't kill his parents. He's standing there holding a knife, they surprised, and I'm assuming he just, like, patiently stood there, waiting for them to call the police and take his ass to jail. So, for whatever reason, he didn't kill his parents. Also, for whatever reason, he didn't kill Hawkins at the beginning of 2018. I don't know. So, I'm not on that train of that Hawkins is going to end up being his brother. I know some people think that. Some people think that Officer Hawkins is going to end up being like his brother somehow. And that's why Hawkins didn't kill him in 78, why he didn't kill him in 2018 when they were in that house together. Even though he did try to kill him at halfway through the movie, or a little bit more than halfway, when he ran him down and he was going to shoot him. But some people think that the reason why Michael didn't kill Hawkins in that house is because Hawkins is his brother. I don't think that's the twist. I think the twist is going to be, they're going to figure out they're going to figure out what it is about him, and then it's going to lead to him dying. That's my prediction on this. That's over. Shit, like, this video, 23 minutes. I did not attempt for this to be 23 minutes long. But like I said, so I think Lori dies, and Michael also dies when they find out whatever the twist or the surprise is going to be the information that they need to kill his ass. Personally, I would rather him not die, but I think he will. I think they both will. The ending I want is for him to kill her, and then for Allison to come and think she killed him, only to turn around and he disappeared. And it's like a recreation of the end of 78, except, with Allison playing the role, being in the spot of Lori, Michael disappeared, and then that's it. And that's what I want. I don't think I'm gonna get that, but that's what I want. I know other people might not want that, but that's what I want. I want a recreation of the end of the first movie with Allison in the spot Lori was in, with Lori dead as fuck, and Michael disappeared. Oh, and Corey also dead, dead as fuck. Or I'm open to this idea, depending on how it will play out. Lori and Michael dead as fuck, both of them, and we repeat the ending of 78 with Lori, with Allison in the place of Lori, and with Corey in the place of Michael. Like the shape leaves Michael, transfers over to Corey, and boom. But my final, that's what I would want, one of those two situations. Either way, I want Lori dead. I mean, it's not that I don't like Lori. I mean, I can honestly, I think I can. I mean, I think I can say I like the character of Laurie Strode. I like the character, but I think it's time for her to die. It's time. I feel like there's no reason for her to not die. I think it would just make a lot of sense for him to kill her. If this is Jamie Lee Curtis' last movie, put the character to rest. Put the character to rest. Let him kill her. And I say possibly even whenever you do start making more, don't bring the character back. Use other characters. Let Lori die in this movie. Never use her again. Yeah, that's my prediction. Lori dies. Michael dies. Because they're going to find out how to kill him. And probably what powers him. And that's my final prediction. Well, yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna go see it. Immediately after I get out the theater, I'm gonna post a spoiler-free review. That's gonna be either on the shorts, whether it end up being a minute or less, or a regular video. If it's more than a minute, I don't know. Then Friday morning, I'm gonna post the spoiler. I mean the spoiler review. Possibly even after I watch it a second time, Friday morning. But yeah, so that should be the schedule with the reviews. And then there might be more discussion videos afterward if I don't cover everything in the spoiler review. There's other shit I want to talk about. Possibly talk about ideas for the future movies. Or even if I think there should be more movies. Because I do believe that depending on how this movie ends, depending on how good it is and what the ending is, I would be okay with there not being more movies. If this is like the greatest movie of all the entire series or something like that, I'll be okay with there not being more. Alright, yeah, that's the end of the video. I did not intend for this to be 27 minutes. Shout out to you if you're still watching. I do not know who is still watching this video. But that's the prediction. Let me know your prediction in the comments. Might not read it though, because I'm definitely not trying to be spoiled. I know y'all motherfuckers might be in the comments spoiling shit. So if you watch this video before you see the movie, be warned before you get in the comments. The people might be in there spoiling. I'm not even checking the comments until after I see the movie tomorrow. So we can see if your predictions are right, if my predictions are right. So we'll see. Alright. Almost time, my nigga. Almost time.